My name's Rudolph. I'm from the Philippines. This is for the assignment on storytelling, and I have three things here that inspired me to write stories. I'll start off with the first, which is the most basic for me, role-playing games. I've been playing a lot, but if I were to start off with role-playing games, I'd start off with the most basic, which is your D&D. Why would I recommend this as a source of storytelling? Well, because you get to make your own characters, and then you have to go on certain adventures with other people, and the creation process of the mythology of the worlds, it becomes important when dealing with constructing characters for role-playing games. Even when you're as a GM, you construct your own world with your players, and it's a fun experience to do. So this is the first. Next, I have a type of story, The Lord of the Rings by Peter Jackson, and at the same time also made by J.R.R. Tolkien. Both the movie and the book are an inspiration to me because of the way that they present their characters, the stories, how the characters are able to overwhelm the odds that are put against them, and the mythology that's created by Tolkien and Peter Jackson. Honestly, I wasn't expecting that Peter Jackson would come up with such a good translation in a different medium of Lord of the Rings, so I consider that as another inspiration for me in storytelling. Next, I love Neil Gaiman. He's been one of the authors that I've been writing, but if I were to choose one of his works, the most important work for me that he has come up with is the Sandman series. And of all of them, this is my favorite, Brief Lives, his collaboration with Jill Thompson. Because of the way that Jill draws, I'm a fan of both. And why this particular book among all the books that the Sandman came up with? Well, it deals with the duality of nature, of people. And I like the fact that as a story, the ending is quite different for your main character. It's not a traditional ending that you have. I wouldn't want to spoil it for those people who want to read the series and read Gaiman, but this is a very good book and an excellent inspiration for me. And lastly, I'm going to cheat a bit. I'll add a fourth. Since I like role-playing games, the very first role-playing game, video game that I liked that I finished this in around 3 days time while playing with it. It's Chrono Trigger. I don't know if you're familiar with this particular video game, if there are a lot of people who actually finished it, but it's my standard bearer for determining how good video games are in the role-playing aspect anyway. So these are my inspirations for storytelling. I hope it will help the rest of you. Thank you. Did you put it down kanina when I went for 3?